How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to the Invest in Wealth channel. Today's video, we're going to be doing a portfolio update. We haven't done one of these in a little while here, so we do have lots to go over in this episode. So right now, our portfolio is sitting at $138,354. It's been a rough couple weeks here in the markets. My portfolio has not been this low for quite a while. We are quite a bit off our highs, but without further ado, let's just hop right in. So our first home savings account, it is sitting at minus $117 in the last month, or 1%. In the last week, we are about to break even, or we're up about $32.05. These are our positions here. Bank of Nova Scotia, we are down about 11.5%. CNR down about 6.5%. CP down about 6.5% as well. And then VFV, we are about to break even on that position. I am not worried at all that our positions are in the negative in this account. Generally, in the first home savings account, normally you want to be on the more conservative side, but this account makes up a very small percentage of my overall portfolio, so I am fine with taking risks in this. Even though it's going to be used for my down payment, I don't really mind taking a little bit more risk with the funds here. And also, the $8,000 that I have put in this account, I'm basically getting like a 30% return already on this money, just because it is tax deductible on my earnings. So not too worried that we are down in some positions. That's completely fine with me, just because all the contributions are tax deductible. All right, moving on to the tax-free savings account. In the last month, we are about to break even, or minus $15.88. In the last week, we are actually up $211, or 1%. These are our positions here. Allied Properties, which is our REIT. We are bleeding on this position quite a bit, actually. This, like all REITs have dropped quite heavily just due to the high interest rate environments, but we should see a very nice bounce back in this sector once interest rates start to cool off. Then we have Enbridge. We are down 11.22%. Pembina Pipeline, we are up about 9%. TXF, we are up about 9% as well. And then VFV, we are down about 3%. Moving along to the retirement account, my RRSP, we are down 2% in the last month here, or minus $170. In the last week, we are about to break even, only down about $7 there. These are the positions. We have CNR, we're about break even on this one. Enbridge, we are down about 9%. HYLD, very small position again, down 8% there. And then TXF, which we are up about 3.5%. This account I kind of neglect a bit, just because most of my RRSP funds are held with my work, so not too worried about this account. I might make some changes in the future to it, but as of yet, I'm still kind of happy at where we are at with this account. Next account we're going to look at is the non-registered account. This is our largest account by far here in our portfolio. So in the last month, we are down 3%, or $2,546. This is on the Canadian side. And then in the last week, we are up $374, or 0% there. Taking a look at our positions, we do have the Allied Properties REIT again, that we are down 21% on. Then we have Bell, which we are down about 9%. Bank of Nova Scotia, the financials are still bleeding quite a bit here. We are down about 19%. CNR down about 3%. Canadian Utilities, which is new to the portfolio, we are actually up 1.64%. I saw some great value here with this stock, so I did decide to get a small position there. our portfolio, it was kind of lacking the utilities sector. So I did decide to add Canadian Utilities, pays a great dividend as well. Then we have more Enbridge, which we are down 12% on. Great-West Life, I did trim off about half of this position, and that's where the funds came from to buy Canadian Utilities. We are up 11% in Great-West Life. Then we have HMAX, which is our income for the portfolio here. We are down 15% on. HYLD down 5%, another income ETF there. Royal Bank stock, we are down about 10%. TD Bank down about 13%. TXF, which is our largest holding in my total portfolio, we are up about 11% on that. And VFV, which is the S&P 500 index, we are down 3.5%. So lots of red, but not going to worry about that too much. That's just kind of how the market goes. There's up and downs, but you just got to stick to your plan. You stick to your goals and you will be fine. Taking a look at the USD side, in the last month, we are down 8% or $372. In the last week, we are down about $90 or 2%. In this position, we have Apple. We are down about 4%. Google, which we are up about 4%. And Microsoft, which we are up 4% as well. Then we have our speculation ETF here, Tesla. This is basically a crazy like 50% dividend yield ETF here that they do options on Tesla. Bought this like completely on speculation. And as you can see, we are down about 25%, which is obviously not good at all, but I knew that it was going to be risky when I bought it and I couldn't afford to basically lose all this money here. So that's why I went ahead and bought some Tesla, kind of just for fun, just to mix up the portfolio a bit. And another account that I rarely go over is our crypto account, but may as well show you guys this account here. This is the crypto account I have. I don't really go into too much detail in this account as it is very small, but we are making some pretty decent gains in this account lately. Crypto seems to be on the uptrend here. So I just have a couple positions here. My main position here is Solana, which we are actually up 105%, which is very well. I have taken some profits out of this account, but yeah, we've doubled our money in this. In the last month, we're up about $700 here. Last week, we're up about $238, and then all time, we're up about $1,000. So that is great. Boosting the portfolio a little bit here. Again, it's a very small position, but we will take the gains for sure. All right, it's time to hop into the activity screen here. We're going to take a look at what I bought, what I sold, and the dividends I've received the last 2 weeks here inside of my portfolio. So we're going to jump right in here. We're going to scroll down to October 13th is where we left off in the last video. So we did have a dividend from BCE of $101.59 in the non-registered account. In the same account, we do have our monthly dividend from Allied Properties, which is our REIT, of $19.05. Again, from the same REIT in our tax-free account, we had a dividend of $22.95, which I reinvested into one more share of Allied Properties. And then with the dividends in our non-registered account, we went ahead and bought one more share of VFV, which is our S&P 500 index. Then we had our dividend from our Tesla, which is our options income ETF of just under $100. And we went ahead and bought 6 more shares of Tesla with that. And then in our non-registered account, we did buy 6 more shares of our REIT Allied Properties. And then we moved a couple things around here in the portfolio. I did sell off half of my Great West Life position, as I mentioned before, and I went ahead and bought some Canadian utilities with that, with the funds there. So I do believe the utility sector is heavily on sale. Previously this year, this was a $40 stock, Canadian utilities. I've kind of swung trade this in the past here, and when it hits under $30, I do really like to buy up Canadian utilities. I think this is a fantastic price. Plus their dividend is around 6%, so that'll increase the income of the portfolio as well. So I do now own 93 shares of Canadian utilities. Then we got a referral reward, so thank you to Linda. You use my code in the description. You can get up to $3,000 in free stocks when you sign up and fund using my code for Wealthsimple. So thank you so much for that. We went ahead and bought another share of Allied Properties in the non-registered account. Then we did do a buy of Bank of Nova Scotia. I think I had some funds left over from my Great West Life sale. So we went ahead and bought 3 more shares of Bank of Nova Scotia, and then another share on October 26th of VFV. Then we did have some nice juicy dividends from Bank of Nova Scotia. So in my first home savings account, we received $15.90. And in my non-registered account, we received $233.20 from Bank of Nova Scotia. So I went ahead and reinvested that, of course. So I did a fractional buy in my first home savings account into VFV. And then I bought some more VFV with the Bank of Nova Scotia dividends. I got 2 shares in my non-registered account. And then I had a bit of money left over, so I bought 1 more share of Allied Properties as well. So as you can see, I'm adding it to my US exposure fund, which is VFV. And as well, I am still dollar cost averaging into that REIT Allied Properties, as I feel that there will be a big jump in the share price and in the whole REIT sector once the interest rates start to get lowered there. So some great buys in the last couple weeks there. Haven't really added any new funds to this portfolio. I'm just kind of moving things around and reinvesting my dividends. I'm going to be waiting until January, and then I'll be getting that $8,000 of first home savings account room. Plus, I do believe, it's not confirmed yet, but we'll get about $7,000 that we can add into our tax-free. Because right now this account is maxed. I can only contribute to my non-registered right now, as the first home is maxed and the RRSP is maxed as well. So tomorrow is the last trading day of October. We did have a pretty rough month here in the last month, but that's all right. That is investing. You have good months and bad months. As long as you stick to your goals and constantly reinvest into your portfolio, dollar cost average, reinvest your dividends, and just focus on your long-term goals, you are going to be set up financially. If you just stick to your plan. I know it's kind of hard seeing your portfolio drop in value, but you just got to focus on the long term and not really worry too much about the day-to-day fluctuations. But in November, I will be posting a lot more videos than I have this month. I was a little bit busy, went on a trip last week. That's why there was no video, but thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, as that helps with the channel a lot. I do really appreciate it. Been getting lots of subscribers lately, so that is awesome. But you guys have a great day, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.